welcome you back to the Countryside Arena here in Sudbury for the NOGHL Showcase. This is our third game of the day between the Blind River Beavers and the Hearst Lumberjacks this time. And right off the opening face-off, you have the Lumberjacks, with the Beavers with the win-off face-off. They control the puck in their own end and they send it out to the line. There's a battle at the line, but they get it out. And Vorstad makes a pass across, back to Gorstad in front with a quick shot, and it's saved by the Lumberjacks goaltender. Lumberjacks now have control, and they pass it out of their end and dump it in. So they head off for a line change. Once Hayes stays on, pestering the Beavers, as the Beavers now make their attempt to break out and back into the neutral zone. They dump it down on the ice, and they head off on their change as the Lumberjacks make a turnaround. Como has it in the neutral zone, tries to pass across. That's intercepted by Blind River, and Blind River is now pestering Como as he's trying to recover the puck in his own end. He goes around behind his net, drops it off for a defender who pays it back across, and they're playing some back and forth in the corner between the two defenders. Now they start to make their way up the ice a little bit here. It's turned back, and the Blind River Beavers are on them. They turn over and grab the puck again. They're fighting for it. They make a pass across, scramble from the net. No shots on net, though, yet. And the Lumberjacks get it out. Como into his end with Patterson with him. Takes it wide, drops it for Patterson. Patterson can't control it. And the Beavers trying to get it. There's fight in the corner for it. Lumberjacks now have the puck. Back to the point. Emmanuel Jr. takes a shot on net. It's tipped up over the net into the netting behind the goaltender. And I will introduce you now to Jacob Payer. Payer. I was mispronouncing your name. I'm sorry about that. It's going to happen more times. Interesting to know about Jacob Payer. He was playing in this tournament last year.
Yeah. So I was with the French River Rapids last season, and I played in the showcase, and yeah, it was a really good experience. Hopefully the boys are experiencing the same thing I did. Yeah,
and then he went on to play with the Trappers to win a championship in the Great North Midget League. Plays back underway. Shot from the point by the Lumberjacks. Didn't make it through that. Second one did. Beavers now break out, grab the puck, go to break out their end, pass it back around behind their net. Make another attempt at a breakout. Puck goes back into the corner. And the Beavers control it. And they're trying to dump it out, but the Lumberjacks are not just letting it get anywhere. Lumberjacks hold the line, take another shot in. That goes just wide. And now the Beavers have it, and they break out of their end. Robinson dumps it down in, and it's being chased by number 22 of the Beavers around behind the net. Lumberjacks intercept their play. The Lumberjacks to make a chip out, but it's held in by the Beavers, and it's dumped in deep. They pick it up behind the net, looking to make a play, moving it back to the point. And number 28 on the Beavers cannot get a clean pass off, but he makes it up to Burnett. Burnett loses the puck, though. Callan carries it in, has the puck stripped from him by Cook. Cook makes a pass. Burnett dumps it in, as both teams are making some changes on the ice. Gorstad takes it, fires it back in towards the net, but not on. Picked up by the Beavers. Quick pass out front is intercepted, and there's a struggle in the corner for it. Now the Lumberjacks are making a play out of the end. They cross the line, try and get it dumped in by Moore, but he loses it. Vorstad picks it up, but he has it his pocket pick, and then he gets it back. Moore then gathers up the puck for the Lumberjacks. There's been no real control over the last couple seconds with the puck here, but the Beavers have it in the opposing end. They're digging deep in the corner. Two Lumberjacks, two Beavers. Pass out front. Big glove save made by Lumberjack goaltender.
That was a great opportunity there for Jacob Beamer, setting himself out in front of the net. Just an absolute great save by the goaltender there, though.
Yeah, Jacob Beamer, a player you're very familiar with.
Yeah, me and Beamer, we were actually line mates last season with the North Bay Trappers. So, yeah, I know him very well.
And what would you say his biggest strength as a player is?
I would say his grit and determination. He's very good in the corners. He's a guy that'll go in the corner and come out with the puck. So.
And I couldn't see on the goalie which guy's in net there.
I believe it's 35.
35, so yeah. That's Noah Tegelar. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but he's been playing stellar so far. He's had a few really good chances, including that one from Beamer moments ago. The Lumberjacks now break out, head across center ice into the opposing end. Just takes it wide into the corner. The Beavers pressure and get the puck back, and as they break out of their end, Thompson carries it across the line, across the blue line. Pass across. just over the stick of number 11. He's not able to bat it in. Lumberjacks end up with the puck, and they now try to get it out, but doesn't quite cross the line. Kovacs keeps it in for Blind River. But then the Lumberjacks do get it out. Blind River gets it back, and Gallagher dumps it deep in. Blind River stops it up, or Hearst stops it up behind their net, controls the puck, waiting for the players they want out on the ice to be there before they start heading down. Caro for Blind Rivers there, pressuring, but not too hard. Goes all the way down. There's a tip to negate the icing. Blind River picks it up in their own end, trying to control it. But Hearst is right on them. Big hit in the corner. Fighting for the puck. There's a few of each jerseys in there for the scramble. Blind River comes away with it, though. They're able to clear it out, get to the red line, and dump it in safely. The goalie plays it behind his own net. Picked up again by Blind River in the zone. Goes behind the Hearst net, but he was hit, stopped. The Lumberjacks are now trying to clear the net end, but they are not successful in doing that yet. Blind River's taken over control, and it's just bouncing back first between the two in a scramble behind the boards. And no real movement on the puck, and finally it breaks free. The Lumberjacks head down the ice. Blind River takes the puck back, passes it across, and then head out of their zone, cross the center line, cross the blue line, no icing. Gibson breaks in, gets the puck, chips it back to his own player for Caro. Back to Gibson behind the net. He's trying to pass out quickly to the defenseman who was pitching in. But Hearst is back the other way with an odd man rush. Patterson with a break. Big save by the goaltender there in the net. That was a great chance for Patterson. Blind Lumberjacks still have the puck in the end. Looks like Blackwell has it. Tacomo playing deep in the corner there. And Blind River are doing a pretty good job of controlling the puck, but they just get it knocked off their stick, and they back around to the other side. They're able to clear it out this time. Hearst picks it up, skates back into their own end as they start a transition. They do a line change to get the players they want out there. And that note, Blind River heads the other way. But the Lumberjacks break up their chance. Then Robinson picks it up for the Beavers again, starts heading in. He gets interrupted. The pass goes back to them. Blind River cycles into their own end. They make a big pass to the blue line. Breaks in. Hearst is the first back there. The orange is throwing me off here. Hearst breaks out, or goes to get out, but the pass back to their player, back to the last defenseman back as they're trying to set up. They make a long pass down. The pass is missed, but there's no icing. It was deemed to be touched. Blind River is fighting to get out of their end, but Hearst comes away with the puck. Blind River gets it back, dumps it down. Seemed to be touched, going down on the Hearst goalie. Defenseman controls it, makes a long pass up. It's tapped on just the safe side of center, and no icing. Big hit in the corner. We have two players from each team in there fighting for it. Hearst comes out with the puck. Pass back to Paquette, and he has a big shot from the point, and that's smothered by the goaltender.
First whistle in a while here. It's nice that the boys are getting some momentum going on each side. I think the defensemen on both teams are doing very well. They've been limiting lots of chances.
Yeah, it's been very solid defensive work by both teams. And we're in for another face-off. The Hearst Lumberjacks, I think, technically won that one, but it's just a scramble. They come away with it, covered up by the goaltender, and there's some pushing in front of the net. And we'll see if the refs decide to call anything on that, but it looks like there's going to be nothing called, and we'll be carrying on with play after the face-off. And just as Harrison had last game for his first game on play-by-play with a lot going without much stopping, I'm not getting much stops in my first attempt at play-by-play, so I think it's fitting. We have a face-off to the blocker side of Blind River Beavers. Hearst gets a warning. They won the draw, but Blind River gets out to it. Hearst picks it back up again and dumps it in, though. Blind River chips it into their own corner, plays it around. Back to the point where Hearst fires it in. Easy pad save, blocks into the corner. Blind River pushes it up the boards a little bit on their own end. Can they get it out? They do cross the line. Back. Hearst takes it back into their own end. Circles around their own net. Turns back. Starts to head up, but the Blind River players pestering him, not letting him get very far. And then the Lumberjack breaks in. McDonald with the pass out in front, but can't connect to anyone. Thompson breaks out, makes a pass across, that's intercepted. McDonald for the Lumberjacks picks it up again. He loses it, it's fired around. We have a delay calling against the Beavers coming up here. Looks like there's a hooking call, and we'll have a first 2-minute power play for the Hearst Lumberjacks over the Blind River Beavers. So it looks like this one. Where we're going? We're going to the blocker side again of the goaltender. And that's Wintle playing for Blind River today. He's been solid so far this year. And off the face-off, Blind River picks it up, and they're able to fire it down to kill off the initial seconds of it. But Blind River's right on the Hearst Lumberjacks, and they almost had an open net chance. Short-handed. Now, the Lumberjacks collect themselves. Como picks it up and starts to skate down the ice with a couple of his players with him and a couple waiting. He crosses the Blind River Beavers end, and the Lumberjacks start to set up their power play now. It's passed back and forth, and there's a nice shot from about the dot, and a nice glove save by Wintle.
Yeah, Wendell's looking pretty solid here so far. He hasn't faced that many shots, but he's been looking solid in between the net, between the posts, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is that it's not how many you save, it's the ones that you do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And we had a puck drop there, but it was deemed by a linesman to be a false start, so we're back in for another face-off. Patterson wins it back to Janicki. And the Beavers stop it and clear it down the ice. And Robinson, or Thompson, the penalty killer, is the first one to the puck. Is able to absorb the puck into the boards and just kill off some more time as he has 3 Lumberjacks piling around him to get the puck. With 1 minute left in the power play, the Lumberjacks haven't had too many good chances. The Blind River Beavers have been doing a great job at putting pressure on them. But their Lumberjacks are in the end with the puck. They step back to the point. Big shot. That's a little bit of a tip. The goalie can't control it. And the puck goes in the net. It looks like Como's the one celebrating that goal that he got a tip that found its way past Wintle.
Yeah, not much Wintle could have done on that play there. He made the initial first 2 stops, and then just rebound came right in the slot, and Como was right there, and he buried it.
Yeah, and when you're short-handed, you got to make the first. If you make the first few saves, you got to be relying on your players to be getting that puck out.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And if they're not, then we see what happens, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's on the team end to either tie up this man in front or get that puck away from the front of the net. So see if Blind River can recover.
And Hearst won the draw, but Blind River is all over them, trying to cause a turnover in their own end. Blind River has the puck, tries to squeak out. Didn't make it to the front of the net, and the Lumberjacks pick up the puck, and they start to make their breakout. They get across the blue line, or not quite, and they turn back to control the puck some more. Emmanuel Jr. starts to skate up the ice with it. It's across the blue line to Towndoe, and he gets knocked over. Blind River picks up the puck and dumps it out. Gibson picks it up, crosses the red line, and dumps it in.
That was a close call there for the trainer. He almost got hit right by the puck there. The forward tried to dump it in, but just hit the side of the stanchion there, right next to the trainer for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, and you know, being the guy that's responsible for everyone else's health and safety, there's no one there when you're the one hurt. But speaking of health and safety, the NOJHL and the Canadian Mental Health Association are proud to partner on Talk Today, a mental health program that provides education and support to athletes and raises mental health awareness in the community. To learn more, visit CMHA Sudbury/Manitoulin at 11 Elm Street, Sudbury, or go to talktoday.ca. And, that's a big thing that we're starting to hear more and more about in the game of hockey these days is mental health awareness, and it's so important. As we've seen in the game so far today, you have a lot of guys getting, you get your head knocked into the boards, a smaller guy takes a hit from a bigger guy, even if it's not intentionally, you get that head hit. Concussions can cause real damage that's real long-lasting, like for the rest of your life. And, it's not something that needs to be shrugged off. And in the hockey world, there's been a whole lot of, toughen up buttercup attitude for a long time. So I think it's a nice thing that we're starting to see sort of, like we got to take care of these people. 16-year-old kids out here that we're watching.
Yeah.
That your brain's not even fully developed yet.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's great that more and more people are talking about it and the effects of it. Another guy I want to shout out is Brady Liebold and Mental Health Hockey on Instagram. He's been a great advocate for mental health in the game of hockey, so just want to give a quick shout out to him.
And plays back underway and it's dumped into the Lumberjacks' end. Lumberjacks control it, try to move it around. Callan chips it up. It gets out across the blue line, but there's a swarm of Beavers around them. Lumberjacks get the puck back, though, controlling it. Passed up, dumped into the Beavers' end, but it gets tipped and doesn't go too deep. Blind River picks it up, tries to make a pass down the ice. Cook just missed it, but was tipped, so it's deemed not to be icing. Try to throw it out. Robinson picks it up, makes it into the slot, but there's a couple Beavers control mix of real high, but the Lumberjacks make a breakout. A loose puck in the central of the zone, picked up by a Lumberjack, taken over by a Beaver, it's chipped out, and the Beavers are making their way down the ice, chip it in, and they go for a wholesale line change. Meanwhile, the Lumberjacks have time to organize themselves and get their breakout ready. They make a play into their corner, start heading down the ice, pass down, and that one is going to go for icing, unless it's beat out. And it looked like the Lumberjack player was the first to go, but the ref decided that we're calling icing on that anyway. Now, I'm not exactly sure how that hybrid where they have to be where they make the decision about who it is if it's the hash marks.
I'm not entirely sure either, but I think it's a lot up to the refs to call that. But I think it has to be pretty distinct. I think the guy has to be pretty far ahead of the defender for it to get called off. Or I guess here it was overruled because face-off's at center ice. So
yeah, they decided that, those guys up in the broadcast booth know what they're talking about. We're going to take this one back to center. And the Beaver win the draw, but then they lose it. It gets dumped in by the Lumberjacks. Goalie Wintles out behind the play. It gets to the point. Picked up. They're dumping it out again, and this time it gets past the point, and it goes all the way down to the Lumberjacks' end. They pick it up and circle behind their net. They stop up to make a play, pass out, but doesn't clear the zone. Lumberjack number 13 spins around, passes it back to number 7. Number 7 heads up the ice, and he goes to make a pass, but it doesn't connect to anyone. It goes all the way down for another icing. And just to mention back to Brady Liebold, that was mentioned earlier, mental health hockey and puck support. Yep. I'm not sure which one is the actual organization and which one is just him.
So, yeah, his business is puck support. So you can find him online. I'm not exactly sure what the domain is, but I believe it's just pucksupport.com.
Just pucksupport.ca, I believe is what it is.
Yeah, something like, yeah. You can find him there. If not, you can find him on almost every social media platform. So I highly encourage you to check him out.
Yeah, him and Michael Lansdowne does a lot of hockey mental health support. Yeah. Oh, and the Beavers get a quick shot on net there, but that is smothered up. And we'll have a face-off just to the blocker side of the Hearst goaltender. And as they line up here, we haven't seen too many face-offs in the Lumberjacks end this period, but Blind River's going to try and make the best of it here. And they won the face-off, but they lost control of the puck, and it is out into the, now slides down into the Blind River's end, where they pick it up and they try to play it out. Thompson tries to chip it out of his end to Kovacs, but it gets intercepted by Hay. And then McDonald chips it down in further into the Beavers' end. He's working its way up the board, but it's intercepted, goes out in front, slides into the other corner. And the Lumberjacks have it. They're cycling around a little bit, but it's bouncing between the two teams, and now the Beavers have it, and it gets cycled out, but then goes back behind their net to try and set up and make their way down the ice again. It crosses the blue line, crosses the red line, crosses the opposing blue line, into the corner, chips it around the corner. Thompson picks it up. Got Buck McDonald fighting for it. Vorstad gets hauled down. And Blind River is now going to have a power play for 2 minutes for hooking.
I believe that's Owen Hay heading to the box.
And
number 14.
He's been out all over the play so far today, so makes sense that he's right in the middle of action.
Yeah.
But those are those types of plays where you had a guy just get by you, and had you have been maybe a little more on your toes, you might not have had to pull him down, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yep, exactly.
And that face-off is a draw, but it ends up on the stick of a Lumberjack. It's fired out to the point. Vorstad keeps it in. They're fighting at the blue line. There's a McDonald's down on the puck trying to hold it, and there's 3 Lumberjacks spearing at the puck. Puck scoots in the corner. The Lumberjacks get it. They fire it around, but it gets intercepted, and it's back in the corner. And the Beavers are trying to get some control here so they can set up their power play, but have had no success. Lumberjacks grab it, fire it down, and Wintle picks up the puck, comes out, and just leaves it there for Vorstad, who will come pick it up. Circle behind his net and start to head up the ice. Passes it across to Thompson. Thompson breaks into the Lumberjacks' end, and he passes it across with a nice play, but the pass is just missed and finds its way out. Vorstad circles in his own end again, turns around, throws the puck up to Cook. Cook tries to take his man wide, goes around the net, loses the puck, and it gets fired down, and the puck's out to center ice. Fricaro breaks in with the puck this time as the Beavers change, and they have their full power play on the ice now. Gallagher picks up the puck at the point, passes it across. Manov up to, and back to Manov at the point. He takes a shot, big save, and it's covered up. And that was probably the best chance that they've had so far this game.
Yeah, that was a really good opportunity there for the Beavers. No, they've been looking pretty good. Just a couple defensive mistakes, which led to that one goal. Obviously, getting that penalty didn't help, but here's a chance for the Lumberjacks.
And Moore on the penalty kills, the first one down to the puck. Takes a little behind the net, but loses control of it. And the Beavers have it again as they break up down towards the Lumberjacks end, crossing center, cross the blue line. Takes it wide, leaves it for his defender. Puck goes up and over the protective netting and hits the little metal barrier for the fans. And can't see down there to see if anyone is getting their hands on a little souvenir.
Yeah.
But by the time it got down there, it wasn't going too hard, so we know no one was getting hurt by that one.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you don't usually see it get up over the protective netting in rinks, and
no, especially since this whole rink is like almost covered, right?
Yeah.
Very rare that pucks head up into the stands, so.
And Gallagher throws it back to the point, and it just gets outside. And with that, the power play is over, and the Beavers were unsuccessful on that attempt. The Lumberjacks have control of it. They throw it up the ice. Patterson tipped it. And the Beavers have it sent down the ice. The ref says it was touched, so there's no icing. Lumberjacks pick it up in their own end, and they start to break out. It was slightly off a guy, and he thought he was going for someone else, so he left it, and it went all the way down for icing, and we have a face-off again in the Lumberjack zone.
Like I mentioned earlier, last season I was playing in the Great North Under-18 League, and in that league was Brendan Cook, number 15 for the Beavers. He's a player you got to watch out for. He was top 10 in points last season as a 15 or 16-year-old, excuse me. So I want to see if he can do anything at the junior level. He's looking pretty good so far here. He's on their first power play unit.
Yeah, that's to be a 16-year-old playing that level like that. And so, yeah, we'll see what he can do here. He's looked good so far today. And the Beavers control. And speaking of Cook, the puck was just shot up to him, but Paquette from the Lumberjacks intercepted it and fired it back into the Beaver zone. And comes to break out again. Up to Cook, up to Paquette again, passes it across, and there's a shot wide of the net. Paquette keeps it in the Beaver zone, fires it around, and now there's some fighting behind the net for it. The Beavers come away with it though, fire it off the glass and out. And as they make a whole change, puck was shipped up to Como. He tipped it in, but Callow from the Beavers picks it up. He stops behind his net, throws it up to Fracaro, who throws it in. We have the Beavers were the first to get to it, put around behind the net to Gibson. It's chipped out again back to Vorstad. Vorstad fires it in from the point, but that was an easy save. Then a big slap shot from the side at a weird angle. Gibson now in the other corner fighting for the puck with a couple Lumberjacks. And back. And Fracaro with the big slap shot from 5 feet out from the goalie, but that's an easy save. Vorstad comes in, takes a shot. He's just getting peppered with shots now. The Beavers are doing a real good job of controlling and cycling in the zone. Lumberjacks pick up the puck. And Paquette kicks it around behind his net. And it's chipped around to the sideboards. Moved up. And they get it out to Callan, but he misses the pass. It's called for no icing, and he's in racing with Vorstad. And they're fighting there for the puck. Goes back behind the net to Prax. Prax chips it back to Vorstad, but he missed it. It goes back to the point. It's chipped down the ice. Now we have a foot race. Kovacs Thompson picks up the puck. The Lumberjacks get it in their own corner. Send it to them in front of their net, which is a risky play, but it worked out all right, and then he fired it directly out into the netting.
A couple big stops there from Boylo, goaltender for the Lumberjacks. A couple chances right in the slot, and made some big saves.
Yeah, he's looked really sharp today. He's, a lot of the shots necessarily haven't been too hard chances, but when you're just getting fired it on over and over again, there's a skill to that.
Yeah.
And he makes another save as the Lumberjacks try to break out, but they can't clear the zone. And that is fired down, and it's going to be called for icing here as the Lumberjacks tried to make some changes on that face-off, but they're being called back out onto the ice. As per the rules of hockey, you cannot change on an icing.
I know me, myself, last season, whenever I was tired, I'd always try and sneak off, but most of the times the refs catch you. Most of the times the refs are there. Yeah,
they're pretty on the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough of them out there that they can...
Exactly, yeah.
The puck gets chipped around into the corner. The Lumberjacks try and fire out. Gets blocked at the point. Fired in. And a rebound finds its way to the back of the net. And Boylo's going to want that one back. That hit his blocker. He had equipment on it. And then it just kind of dropped behind him and slid in softly.
Yeah. That's a scorer's goal right there by Kovacs. Just found a way to get that through and get that through the goalie. Even though the goalie got a big chunk of that, just snuck by and went past him.
And as a team, those are the ones that you need, right? Yeah. If in a close game you're down by one, it may not be the most beautiful goal, but if it ties up the game, that's what counts. And the puck drops at center ice, and the Lumberjacks get it back. Emmanuel Jr. fires it up, it gets tipped, goes all the way down into the Beavers' end. And the Lumberjacks are controlling now. Emmanuel Jr. pinches in from the point, chips it around to the corner. Newton grabs the puck, throws it towards the center, gets tipped across, hits the glass. The Beavers throw it out. It makes it out to Emmanuel Jr. back to his partner. He throws up to McDonald, who takes a hit, but still standing, but chips it in as well. Beavers try and chip it out, but it's get held at the point. Shot in, gets blocked. Robinson has it, and it's gets up, almost sprung someone free, but is thwarted by the Lumberjacks. Fracaro chips it in. With 6 seconds left, we have play behind the net there. It gets fired down. It's not going to make it before we hit the buzzer, and that is the end of the first period of play between the Hearst Lumberjacks and the Blind River Beavers. 9-11 on the shot clock, 1-1 on the scoreboard. And we will be back after this break with the second period of play. And we welcome you back for period 2 from the Countryside Sports Complex. Pad 2 for the Beavers versus the Lumberjacks. The score is tied 1-1. The shots are relatively even at 9-1.
Yeah. 9-11.
9-11. Yep, that's the way numbers work.
All good. Long day here.
Yeah, we're still sort of midway through the long day. What are you? It's a great time. What are you seeing that either team needs to do to particularly to step up and take this game?
Right now, I think Blind River needs to get more quality chances in front of the net. They've been getting lots of shots, but a lot of them have just been right into the goalie's chest. And I think Hearst needs to just keep doing what they're doing. They've been getting good quality chances. They just need to get a bit of puck luck and get the puck in the net here.
And the play's underway here. Blind River has it in their end, and they're breaking it out. Pass goes up, just misses Thompson's stick as it goes down for icing, and we'll end up back in the Beaver zone. And as you're saying there, like the Lumberjacks are playing real good. They're really controlling the puck, I find, a lot better than the Beavers, and they're just not getting the bounces.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's what I've noticed. I think they've been moving the puck very well. Both teams defensively, like I said earlier, have been playing. I think very well. Again, just puck luck. Sometimes it just comes to that.
And the Lumberjacks win the draw, back to the point, dumps it into the corner. Newton's fighting for it with Borstad. It gets chipped around. And there's a bit of a mess of players there, but Gallagher comes with the puck for the Beavers, throws it across to Thompson. Thompson fires it down into the Lumberjacks' end where they pick it up and they fire it back out. Newton has it at the blue line, but it's knocked off his stick, and it's between Hay and Kovacs. It's chipped up into the netting. Now, I don't want to say anything because I'm sure it'll, change right after I say this, but this is, of the 3 games we've seen today, this has been the most even so far.
I believe so, yes. Both teams have been competing very well. Both teams are fighting very hard to get the W tonight.
Yeah. I think, there's some, it's kind of that tournament vibe from when you're a kid playing hockey, you go to a tournament, you come to the showcase, it's the same type of thing, and you want to win the tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no championship game, but you want to come away with feeling like you won.
You want to come away with 4 points at the end of this, especially with all the scouts in the stands.
Yeah.
Great place to get some W's.
Yeah, including some NHL scouts. As Blind River controls the puck, and their end tries to get it out. Hearst keeps it in. They fire it deep in the corner. Blind River picks it up again. And it's Manov with it, trying to skate out, trying to get it out, and he's fighting with a couple Lumberjacks, and they keep it in. And Manov gets it back for Blind River. Throws it around the corner. There's some fighting in the corner. Blind River's coming away with it, though, and they get it out for Carl, crosses the red line and dumps it in. There's Gibson for them, but the Lumberjacks grab it and they head out. And the Lumberjacks are in on a 3-on-1. But there's a call behind the play. The Lumberjacks are being called with
too many men, I believe.
Oh. That's an unfortunate one when you're on a breakdown the other way to have too many men on the ice being called against you because...
I think it's Blind River actually getting the penalty here for too many men, which...
Oh.
I don't understand why it was blown. Because Blind River didn't have possession on that play, I don't think, in the zone. But
the Lumberjacks had control on a 3-on-1.
I think it might have went off Beaver player's stick, but anyways.
So the Lumberjacks win the draw. Have it at the point, pass it across to the midpoint, over to Boswell, who shoots it. Picked up, thrown back to Boswell, pinching in. He fires it around the net. And Gibson's there to try and get it, but it gets past him. It gets to the point, but it's held in. And there's 6 or 7 players in the pile there trying to fight it. It gets its way down to the Lumberjacks' end. And the Beavers, the first one towards the goalie where he's out playing the puck, but he gets it by him. The Lumberjacks control the puck and start to head back up the ice now. But a little errant pass. Kovacs picks it up and dumps it into the Lumberjacks' end again. And they've been having a very good penalty kill so far, and they get their line change in, which in the second period is always a little tougher with the benches on the other side. And the Lumberjacks get to break out again. They get across the red line this time and into the Beaver zone. The puck gets chipped off Thompson's stick. And the Beavers have control behind the net, but they just have it punched up against the boards, and it breaks free. It's back to the point for Hearst. Como fires it across. No one connects. It gets tipped by a couple players' sticks together, and it ends up out into the netting.
Love the physicality so far from both sides here. Nice to see that they're competing and mostly keeping it clean. A couple penalties here and there, but mostly clean checks on both sides.
Yeah, we've seen a few in earlier games today where there was maybe not as clean checks, so I like to see when the physicality stays within the bounds of what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
And the Lumberjacks control it. And Callan makes a nice play behind his back and a pass across to the back door, but it just misses the target. And they're controlling it out around the top, passing it around the umbrella, but that pass is intercepted by Furcaro. And the Beavers are 2-on-1 short-handed. They take a shot on net. Furcaro grabs it with his glove and falls down into the corner, and the Lumberjacks are back the other way with numbers. And is covered up by Wintle to end that play with 8 seconds left on the power play for the Lumberjacks.
Very good chances there for both sides, coming in deep on in the end, but just a little too high. Couldn't get the puck down on the ice in time for the Beavers, but
on the Beavers play there, I was hoping Furcaro's going to grab it and throw it in the net, hope to get by it.
That's what I thought was going to happen too, honestly. I thought he was just going to throw it in, but I don't think that would count.
No, but I mean, you never know. Sometimes the refs just don't see what's happening right. And
yeah.
It would be hilarious.
Would have been worth a shot.
And Paquette passes it across, and the shot on net. Winto gloves it down just as the penalty expires. So we're at 16-18 left in the second period, tied 1-1. And the shots in favor of the Blind River Beavers, 11-12.
Yeah, pretty even for shots here so far. Pretty even game overall, like we said earlier. Both teams competing very good.
Yeah, and as was discussed earlier in the day, there's a great level of parity in the NOJHL for the most part.
Yeah.
With a few minor exceptions, but for the most part it's very even. So you get lots of great games like this, where you have teams back and forth with equal skill. And the Blind River Beavers now have it in the Lumberjacks' end, and they're trying to get it out, but it's kept in by Prax. Prax fires it on, pinches into the corner, throws it back to Morgan at the point, and he fires it around. Blind River comes out of the other corner with it again, back to the point. It's kept in and fired on net with the rebound, but Hearst was able to clear it away. It looked like they were maybe going to be in some trouble, but they picked the puck back up again and were able to clear it. And now they're breaking into the Beavers' end, controlling the puck, fires it across to the point. And he's breaking around the net, sets up behind the net, throws it out in front to nobody, and it goes all the way down the ice. But their first one's back to grab it. But the Beavers quickly on them. Gets fired out. Manoff picks it up inside the red line and fires it into the Lumberjack zone. And the Beavers control the puck again. They rolls it around to the corner. Throws it out in front. Bouncing around between players. Manoff has it at the point and fires. And there's Lumberjacks are being called for a penalty. I believe that's going to be hooking. Yep. And here we are heading to a Blind River power play. So they'll have 2 minutes or less to try and capitalize.
Yeah, I believe that's Boucher going into the box here for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, and Blind River just had really good control there for a little bit, and it was the type of thing where you made a defensive play that you almost don't want to be making, but you do what you gotta. And it looks like Hockey TV is doing some testing of the network speed here, and it looks like good numbers, but I don't know what they're seeing on their end. But Manoff passes the puck across. Gallagher fires from the point. And it's just smothered for another face-off inside the Lumberjacks' end.
Good puck movement there by the Beavers. Nice play by Gallagher to get that shot off quick, too. Got to get that shot off quick before the goalie's set. That's how you score goals from the point. Yeah,
at this level, goalies, if you give them time to set up in the clear line of sight, they're going to make that save every time.
100%.
Manoff moves it to Furcaro with a big mess in front of the net. Rebound made. Back to Manov. Throws it across. Gallagher at the point. Throws it into the corner. And number 13 has the puck. Fires it out front, but the Lumberjacks grab it. Manov tips that. Didn't see where it went, though, so the Lumberjacks were able to grab it and fire it back down. As the Beavers collect themselves in their end, Manov picks up the puck, circles the net, starts heading out, makes a headline pass, number 13, all alone in front. Big save by Beaulieu.
What a save there.
That was beautiful. I was sure that was going to be a goal. He had all the time in the world to make a big play.
That was a great opportunity there for Sischenko, number 13 for the Beavers.
Yeah, that was
That was a
great heads-up play by the defenseman. That was a great play by him to get himself open up there.
And an even better save by the goalie.
Yeah. And the puck is dropped. It's back to the point. Back over to Thompson. And he fires it off the blocker over the net. Borstad picks it up at the point again. Back over to Thompson. He walks in, fires it down into the corner to Cook. Cook back to Thompson. Throws it up from the net, but the Lumberjacks grab it and fire it into the Beavers bench. You know, you can't fire it out directly out with the game penalty, but you can't hit into the other team's bench without a penalty.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But that face-off is back in the Lumberjack zone to the blocker side.
Just preferably not into your own bench. Like that time it was good because it was in the other team's
Yeah.
bench, but hate to hit your own coach or something.
Exactly. And the puck is kept into the Hearst zone. Cook behind the net, takes a hit, but he stays with the puck, and there's scrambling, and Blind River comes away with the puck. Walks the line, is Borstad, throws it up to the back to Thompson. He tries to find someone in front, but it doesn't connect with anyone. Cook has it in the corner. Back to the half boards, back to the point. Borstad has it across to Thompson. Thompson fumbles it a little bit, but Reese gains control. He's back to the far side. He's fired on net. Save made, but Blind Rivers tries to pick up the puck. Hearst gets it and fires it around and makes it all the way down with 8 seconds left. Blind River has time to just collect the puck and start heading back up the ice before it's even strength again. And they get across the line. Fire, it gets tipped into the corner. And Morden tries to pick it up, but there's Lumberjacks all over him. Gibson picks it up in the slot, takes a shot towards the net. Lumberjacks regain control. They try to spring someone on a breakaway, but it misses him, goes all the way down for icing.
That was a really close opportunity there for the Lumberjacks. Almost got that breakaway pass. That would have been a very good chance, but just missed it. Just too far ahead of him in icing call.
Yeah, and you know, you got to take those chances to try those, but it's a shame when it doesn't work out and it's face off in your own end.
Yeah, but Hearst has got some fresh guys on the ice, so they shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. And Blind River wins the face-off. They feed to the slot to Beamer. The puck doesn't quite make it to the net. The Lumberjacks get back down the other way. Blind River Manov picks it up in his end. Throws it around. Post tries to tip it out, but it doesn't clear the zone. Manov's in there fighting, and there's a few Lumberjacks in there as well. And Manov clears it out. And Beamer's on it, but it gets chipped by him. Manov then into the end. Skating towards the net, driving, gets hooked down. No call coming on the play. The Lumberjacks pick it up. Oh, but they don't clear the zone. Beamer picks it up. Beamer throws it into Manov. Makes it across. Post picks it up, throws it back to the Rotilio. On the point, he shoots it. It's tipped wide into the corner. And there's some scramble in the corner for the puck. There's a few of them, a couple trying to hold it, and a couple trying to move it. And Blind River got lucky. They almost got called for too many men there. But they pick up the puck in their end and fire it down. And it gets tipped into the Lumberjack zone. There's a fight for the puck. It gets thrown out in front, but doesn't connect with anyone. Blind River has it at the point, though. Fired, shot blocked by Callan of the Lumberjacks, and he gets it out. And there's a hit from Boswell. He passes it across, and it doesn't connect with Tondo. Shot from the point again, wide into the corner. And Blind River's trying to control it in their own zone to get it out, but the Lumberjacks are doing a great job of causing some chaos there. But the Beavers finally clear their zone, get it by a defenseman. Kovacs gets it into the corner, loses control of the puck. The Lumberjacks make a chip out as they're trying to get out of their zone. Oh, it gets taken away from them. kept in by the Beavers, shot around the net. Callow keeps it in at the blue line, but then loses it and it's out to his partner. Back to Callow, throws it into the zone. And as the Beavers are changing, the Lumberjacks have time to grab the puck and move it up to the ice. They get it out the zone, but then lose the puck. Then get it back again. Nolan with it. Prax has it, passes it up. And Robinson for the Beavers is trying to break in, but he trips over the puck, and it ends up being cleared back out to the Beavers zone. Prax is skating back, picks it up. He has Nolan on him. Forstad moves it up again. And it is out of the Beaver zone across the red line. A poke check off Cook kept the puck from going cleanly in, but they get it in now. Prax is pushing on the defense. Puck goes around the net. Cook overskates it. Lumberjacks get it out of their zone, but then it's recovered. And the Beavers fire it back into the Lumberjack zone.
Great pressure here by the Beavers.
And the Beavers are doing a great job of keeping it in there. Robinson tries to get it. He's taken down, but he ends up with the puck again. Back to Prax at the point. He has a shot, but it gets blocked. Forstad with another shot, makes it through, and that's a save by Beaulieu.
Great pressure from the Beavers in the last couple minutes here. It's been, I'd say, 75% in the Lumberjacks end here. So good on them. They seem to have really stepped up their game.
Yeah, they've done a great job controlling the puck, and here we are at our mid-period break. This game's been convenient that we've actually had a mid-period break around the middle of the period. In the last game we missed one, and the other one was with 4 minutes left.
I think something like that, yeah.
And with that, we'll take another note. The Canadian Mental Health Association, Sudbury Manitoulin, is a community-based mental health and addictions care organization that provides a wide range of supports and services to Greater Sudbury and region. To learn more, visit the CMHA Sudbury Manitoulin at 111 Elm Street, Sudbury, or go to sm.cmha.ca. And that's SM as in Sudbury Manitoulin, cmha.ca. And as we head back into this, we're halfway through this game. It's still tied 1-1. The shot clock looks a lot different than it did earlier in the game, but I don't know if that's necessarily indicative of the flow of play.
I think the flow has been pretty 50-50 this period so far. I think the last 5 minutes it was mostly Beavers. They've had lots of chances in front. Hearst needs to find a way, I think, to get the puck out quicker without icing it, right? Because they've been icing it a bit, and then the guys have been getting caught in their own zone.
Yeah.
So
especially with that long change.
Exactly. Yes. So I think they just need to find a way to get the puck deep and get a quick change, get some fresh guys out.
And the puck is dropped with the Lumberjacks skate away with it. Newton to McDonald, back over to Newton. He's into the corner to try and pick it up. And Prax is there fighting for it as well. And then the Beavers come away with it. Robinson has it, and then it gets back to the Beavers are breakout with Furcaro. Skates across the red line and fires it in deep. Wrapped its way around. Being fought for in the corner there. And it's still, no one has clear control of it, but it looks like Blind River's coming away with it. And Furcaro tries to get out for the net, but it's taken from him. And French, I'm completely lost team. Hearst comes away with the puck. And Hay throws it behind the net for Newton. He comes back around to the corner, fired on net. And Blind River gets it and chips it out, but it's right to a Hearst player. He's skating around with it, off to his defensive partner. They fire it up, but that pass does not connect, and that is going to be another icing like you just mentioned.
Yeah, so that's going to be tough for the Hearst players. I believe they just got one guy off, so they'll have one guy with a fresh set of legs, but they got 4 guys out there who are retired, have been out there probably at least a minute and a half now, and Blind River's got some fresh legs, so see what they can do on this play here.
Yeah, you got to make smart choices when you're in a situation like that, and so we'll see how this plays out. And the puck is dropped. Hearst tries to get it out, but they're not able to clear it, and they do get it out. And there's no icing, but it was down enough that they're able to change. They're able to make one change. As Manov controls the puck, passes it around. Back over to Manov. It's fired up. And that's a pass that's missed. It's going all the way down to the Lumberjacks goaltender. He plays it, but it's off of the opposing player, and that was almost a very dangerous play right there. And
very similar to that play in the French River game with Dyer.
Yeah.
Just misplaying the puck, almost causing a chance.
And one of the Blind River Beavers tried to stand up Manuel Jr., and he just stood him over. The puck's dumped in. Gallagher for the Beavers is in trying to get the puck, and there's Como and some other players in the fray as well. Back across to the point. Shot in, a blocker save with the rebound. That was almost tipped into the net. Post has it, and he fires it back around behind the net. And the Lumberjacks aren't able to control it to get it out. Gallagher has it again for the Beavers, throws it behind the net. It gets picked up by the Lumberjacks, and they're able to chip it out that time.
Great play by the defenseman there in front of the net, just to get that puck out from a dangerous area.
And Callow circles in his own end, tries to clear it. It's off a Lumberjack skate, back to his partner, back to Callow, and he's able to chip it out of his zone finally. But Patterson had it, now Gallagher has it for the Beavers, and he throws it into the Hearst end. And then Hearst has it, and they chip it back in behind their own bench, and the puck gets fired around. Gets chipped out like they're trying to get past, but didn't quite get out, but it did make it out this time. We have Nolan chipped it into the Blind River end. And that was another bad play by a goalie that nearly led to a costly mistake, but they're fortunate. The Beavers have gotten out, and they're in the other end. They're on 2-on-1. Shot off the goalie with the rebound. Didn't make anything dangerous happen, though.
Great save by the goalie there to control that shot and get it out of the dangerous area there.
And Gallagher has the puck behind the net there. And the Lumberjacks were able to get it out, but it's back in their end. The goalie passes it to his defenseman. Passes up to the winger, who's not able to get it out, so he circles back to his own corner. Fires it across in front of the net, which almost led to a dangerous turnover, but got out. Prax grabbed it for the Beavers, dumped it back towards the end. And then, with a couple more turnovers, the Lumberjacks have it inside the Beavers' end. And he dumps it down towards the corner, but it doesn't get there. And an attempted pass. Oh, and Cook is free. And we just about saw some of that dangerous play you were speaking of.
Yeah, no, that's a very good save by the goalie there, and good play by the defenseman to keep him to the outside. If Cook gets the inside lane there, he's probably going to bury that, so
yeah,
great play by the D.
That was a very... I thought he was going to be broken free completely, and the D just got his hand or a touch of it. And
yeah, just got in the way, so left an easy save for this goaltender.
And Blind River wins that draw. It goes back to the point, but they aren't able to get a shot off. Porcaro dumps it deep. It's into the corner. Picked up. Tries to send it to Porcaro again, but it doesn't reach him. But it's intercepted, kept in, but taken off him. Paquette for the Lumberjacks tries to clear it, but doesn't quite get it out. And it does just squeak out of the end there. And Prax dumps it back in. It's played into the corner by the goaltender. Newton has it, tries to clear it out, but Porcaro grabs it and fires it back on net again for an easy save. Gets tipped in the corner. Paquette picks it up and slides in the corner. The Beavers have it, but then the Lumberjacks get it back. Fire it then to Newton, but that was a bad pass. Prax is in. That was deemed offside by the referee.
Very close call there for the Lumberjacks. Good thing the ref was on top of that, because that would have been a very dangerous opportunity there for the Beavers.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was offside, so...
It was pretty close, but...
Well, yeah, that would have been a dangerous play for the Beavers, and with 4-2 left in the period, the shots have been all Beavers this period. We're at 11-21, up from 9-11.
Yeah. Lumberjacks with only 2 shots this period so far, so...
And the Beavers get it back in. Kovacs picks it up in the corner and cycles it around. Gallagher throws it back, with the Lumberjacks able to pick that up. And there's a scramble behind the net for it. The Lumberjacks, with more players in the area, look to come away with it, but it doesn't clear the zone. Fire behind their net, and it was almost picked off, but wasn't. The Lumberjacks now clear their zone, get to the red line and dump it in. Wintle is out to block it, passes it around. but doesn't make it all the way to Gallagher, and there's a scramble for the puck, and back and forth between the two teams. Goes back in behind the Beavers' end. As the Beavers now break out, fires it across to Gallagher. He made a nice glove down. Oh!
What a goal.
Beautiful goal. Gallagher gloves it down, carries it in, throws it back in front.
That's Kovac's second of the game. That was a great goal.
Yeah, he's been a dangerous player for them so far, and
just that low glove, not much a goalie can do there. That's just perfectly placed shot there.
Yeah, right above the pad, right below the glove,
Exactly.
and there's not much you can do. Yeah, I feel for a goalie on that one because that was such a good play by the Beavers too, and just a little bit of a breakdown by the Lumberjacks to let them through.
Yeah.
And the puck is dropped. It's chipped off the glass back into the Lumberjacks' end, but deemed to be icing. So we'll be back into the Beavers' end for another face-off here.
Yeah, Wintel's probably not very warm at this point because there's only been 2 shots in the last 17 minutes.
Yeah, it's
by
hard.
the Lumberjacks, so it's hard to stay dialed in.
Yeah, keep your focus on the game, keep the feel of the puck without actually having to feel the puck.
Yeah.
And the Beavers win the face-off again. Try and clear it out, and it does in fact get out. Robinson is down chasing Emmanuel Jr. Knocks him off the puck. Cook ends up with it. Passed in front of the net, but now the Lumberjacks have it, and they've dumped it out and down. That's Patterson racing wide with it. He tries to make a play to the front of the net, but it doesn't get there. But back to the point, Emmanuel Jr. fires it to a shot right into the body, but the rebound left, picked up by the Beavers, and they clear it out.
I believe that shot was deflected too, so good save there by Wintel.
Yep. And it makes its way back into the Beavers' corner. Picked up, and another scramble for the puck, and it's Cook on the side there. Helps get it to the point, but doesn't get out. Gets shot, and the shot's blocked, and it looked like the Beavers were going to get out, but the Lumberjacks kept it in, and they had bodies in front, but Cook picks up the puck and gets it out. Burnett's wide, gets taken off the puck, and the Lumberjacks make it back into the Beavers' end again. And Patterson with a shot just wide. It's back to the point. Back into the corner. The Beavers pick it up, and they're able to break free. And Percaro's in now on a one-on-one. Tries to drive wide around him. Gets to the net, but the puck doesn't get actual shot off. The goalie's able to knock it off his stick and then cover it up.
Yeah, another great play by the defenseman there. Just keeping them out of the dangerous area, just keeping them to the outside. That's what the Lumberjacks need to keep doing here. And they need to make sure they're aware of where the other players are because they just allowed a breakaway, right? And that's what led to that goal. So.
Yeah, and the puck plays back under the way. Blind River tried to fire it out in front for another shot, but it missed everyone. It's in the corner. Blind River has the puck, trying to move it around, fires it around the end into the opposite corner. We have Gibson in there with it with the few Lumberjacks, and he comes away with the puck, but then it's taken off his stick. Played out by the Lumberjacks. They get it across the red line, into the blue line. And that was a good defensive play to keep him from getting a good shot, because that could have been dangerous. It's chipped out by the Beavers, and he tries to beat the defenseman wide. And the Lumberjacks just about have it out of their own end, but don't quite get it cleared. But then they do. And Poundo gets it across to Nolan, and the Lumberjacks have it in deep. And good play by Fracaro in front there to stop a shot from the slot, and Fracaro breaks down to the end, lose the puck a little bit. Kovacs gets it, back to Fracaro in front, back to Kovacs, and that shot back in the corner around, and Fracaro's going off for a change so he can't play the puck. And Thompson grabs it over to Manov, but his pass is blocked. Now the Lumberjacks have it coming into the Beavers zone. And a pass up front, to the point, and scores! That is Paquette with the shot from the top of the circle, just beat the goalie cleanly.
That was a great feed, too, from the corner. Just saw him right in the slot, and that was a perfectly placed shot, just like the last one, low glove.
Yeah.
So
I thought that one was one of the ones, I thought that was a pass to the other guy that was in the slot and missed him. I didn't see that Paquette was the lumen there.
Yeah.
And just grabbed the puck, and beautiful shot.
As a defenseman, you gotta love those goals. Like that's my favorite type of goal to get. Just when you creep in, get a nice pass from your winger in the corner. Oh, those feel amazing.
Yeah, beautiful shot, and plays back under the way in this 2-2 hockey game with 8 seconds left in the period. The Lumberjacks have it in their own end, just passing it around behind, thinking they're going to play it out, but the Beavers decide they want to actually play for it. And we have the buzzer there with shots on net being 13-23, but the score is 2-2.
I think the Lumberjacks really picked it up within the last couple minutes there. Obviously, it led to that goal, but I think the period was a very good period by the Beavers, but I think the Lumberjacks are starting to figure it out at the end. So.
Yeah, and that's kind of thing with these even games, right, where one team kind of puts it together for a little bit, they're going to have a clear advantage.
Exactly.
But then when the other team puts it together for a bit, it's the other way, and it's made this a nice game to watch and be calling.
Very excited to see the third period here.
Yeah, so we'll be back after this brief break with the third period and the conclusion of this game. And we welcome you back for the third period of the Hearst Lumberjacks against the Blind River Beavers. The score is tied 2-2. The shots on net are 14-23 in favor of the Blind River Beavers. They really kind of came out firing towards the end of that second period.
Yeah, no, that second period was mostly Beavers. But the last couple minutes, Lumberjacks were starting to put some pressure, so we'll see what happens here in this third.
And play is underway. The Lumberjacks have it in their own zone. They fire it up. And the pass is not able to be caught, but it was touched, so the icing is negated. Praxis for some back. The Beavers get it, and they start their breakout. It's off skates, and it's up into the neutral zone. Vorstad is hauled down. No call coming, though, and the play keeps moving forward. Back into the Beavers zone. Kovacs picks it up, and he chips it up, and then it's off of a helmet of a Lumberjacks player, and it finds its way out of play.
A couple years ago, if that happened, that might have been a dangerous play back when they were still wearing visors.
Yeah.
That one went right off the full shield, so it's nice to have that extra protection.
Yeah, for sure. And I know it's not super popular with the players, but really for 16, 17, 18-year-olds to be playing at this level, it just makes so much more sense to have the face protection.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, me personally, I'm wearing a visor, but that's just because I'm a dumb kid. So
yeah, yeah.
I know my mom would want me to wear a full cage.
Wear that full cage.
And if mom, if you're listening right now, I'm sorry I'm wearing the visor.
He knows what he's doing. He'll fix it eventually, or he'll have to fix his teeth. One of those two things has to happen.
Well, I already lost my retainer in my teeth, so not starting off strong.
Yeah. And there was a quick icing there against the Beavers to the face-off back in their zone to the blocker's side of Wintle. And the Lumberjacks win that face-off. They control the puck a little bit, get the puck down low, work its way across in front of the net, but not able to get any real shots off. The Lumberjacks pick it up again and cycle around, back in deep. And the Beavers are able to take it away from them. And in an attempt of firing it out, it just goes directly into the netting and is out of play.
Seems to be happening a lot tonight. Maybe it's because the guys, it's none of their home rinks, right? Maybe they're used to the taller glass or something, but it seems to be hitting the netting quite often here.
Yeah, if you have two sets of teams that aren't used to the rink, you're going to end up with all sorts of little anomalies like that coming up. And the Beavers win the draw. That time it is successfully off the glass and out. Stopped by a defenseman and thrown back in with a glove and picked up by the Lumberjacks. So we have a face-off due to a hand pass, and it's going to go just outside the Lumberjack zone.
Big face-off here for the Beavers.
Yeah, if they can, Lumberjacks have come out strong this period. If the Beavers can win this, it's a scramble, and the Lumberjacks get it back into their own end. You make a play down. And that's a breakaway pass for Patterson. He's in. Backhand shot misses the net. No goal.
Just a little too high there. And had the goalie beat.
And Trudell keeps it in. Back to Patterson to fire it off, but it misses the net again. And it's kept in, fired it around to the corner. You have Patterson in fighting for the puck, but Procaro comes away with it, and Patterson hits him and holds him up against the boards. And the puck squirts free. Gibson trying to clear the zone, but isn't able to. And the puck's fired in, back towards the Beavers goalie, and he covers it up for a face-off.
It's a good start to the third period for the Lumberjacks here as compared to the second. They're really coming out strong and putting lots of pressure on the Beavers.
Yeah, they're, we kind of saw that sort of in the first period where they were doing a little bit better controlling, and the Beavers took away in the second. And the Lumberjacks, I guess, are getting back to their original game plan and keeping what they're up to.
Still lots of time here, though.
Yeah, and the Beavers win that face-off. It's get thrown around their net, and they're able to pass it out, but it's not cleared from the zone. And the Lumberjack is hauled down in front. And another Lumberjack gets a shot, and it's covered up for a face-off.
Beautiful pass there at the end, just desperation, diving, and still got the pass through.
Yeah, they're making some great plays in there. And Wintle's sort of come up big a few times now for them. And if we look at the shots clock, it's become 19-23, so it's really swung around a lot since the start of in the last 2 minutes that this period has gone by so far.
I think they've had, a total of 7-8 shots this period already so far?
Yeah, I think they came in with 11.
11 or 12, something along those lines. So good pressure from the Lumberjacks to start off.
And the Beavers pick it up in their own zone, try to fire it out. And they do, in fact, get it out, but it's slashed back in, and someone's getting a hooking penalty. I didn't see who that was called on. So the Lumberjacks, Callan, number 97, is going to be in the box for 2 minutes or less. And this is where the Beavers really want to kind of turn the tide of the momentum that's going this period, because it's been all Lumberjacks.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity here. Who knows how many more power plays you're going to get late in the third period here, so see if they can capitalize.
Well, Kovac's pass back to the point was mishandled by Manoff, but he grabs it back up and breaks into the zone. He circles around the net. He's got Lumberjacks on him, but he passes the puck off. And then back across to Gallagher. Into the corner, back to the point to Gallagher. He mishandles the puck and it clears the zone. He throws it over to Manoff. Manoff back to Gallagher. Gallagher goes to dump it in, but just slides off the heel of his stick and gets fired back down. Wintle handles it for Manoff to grab. Manoff starts to skate. He's across the blue line, across the red line, fires it into the corner, goes around for Carl, goes to grab it, leaves it for his point man, though Novak grabs it, skates into the top of the circle, fires a shot right into the glove of Lumberjacks goalie, who's leaning around other players to see that shot come in.
Yeah, great glove save by Boylo there. Just awesome to get his eye on that puck there. Very hard because there was lots of traffic in front. So.
Yeah, there was a good scramble in front. It was Suschenko who was in front of him doing a great job of causing a screen, and he was able to just see around it. Manoff, across, over. Kovacs had a wide open net.
Great stop there,
yeah. Boylo was able to just get himself across, make the save, and cover it up.
And Kovacs is a very dangerous player, as we see tonight. He's already got 2 goals here for the Beavers, so...
Yeah, he's definitely looking to make it 3, and he was very close to there. Manoff got the puck back, up to Gallagher. Shot was blocked and clears itself all the way down to Wintle, who stops the puck and hands it off to Manoff, who circles the net, starts heading down, crosses the blue line, crosses the red line, makes it in, throws it over to Suschenkov, and he's fighting with it, and it ends up getting cleared. Robinson grabs it at the red line and controls it back to his blue line, goes back up to the red line and fires it in with 7 seconds left. The Beavers are trying to get some more chances here, make one go through. Forstad has it, passes it over to Prax. Prax takes a shot and that's saved. Prax picks up the rebound in the corner. Suschenko gets it. It's taken away from him and fired back down. And that's tipped through between a few guys. Forstad clears the blue line. The penalty expires. Forstad throws it to the front of the net, but that's stopped by the goalie and cleared out by the Lumberjacks. Dumped back in as the Beavers go for some line changes. Robinson and Beamer, though, out there applying a little bit of pressure. It's fired down, tipped into the Beavers zone. Braxton in the corner picks it up. Patterson's there trying to pick it off of his pass. Forstad has the puck in the corner. Moves it up. Robinson crosses the red line, dumps it in. And Beamer's streaking down the other side, trying to get into it. And he's causing a little bit of chaos in there. There's a few guys fighting for the puck. Beavers pick it up. Gets tipped behind the net. The Beavers still have it. Tipped into Post. Post skates it behind the net. He throws it back behind to Beamer. Beamer grabs it in the corner, tips it back to Rotilio at the point. Then Boswell grabs it for the Lumberjacks. Passes to Patterson, who gets it out, but it's back in the control of the Beavers. Rotilio has it. Throws it back up. Post tips it in. And we have no icing on that play. The Lumberjacks control it behind their own net, though. Como grabs the puck. Back to the defenseman, who skates it out past the blue line. Throws it up to Patterson. Patterson tipped it, but it's now back with the Beavers and able to get it out. But Schillinglaw was able to throw it back in. Kept in on the far side by Trudell. But it's cleared out by the Beavers, and they're going the other way with numbers, but aren't able to control the puck. It goes down into the corner. And there's a mess of players from both sides trying to get control of it, but neither team can to get real possession of the puck. It's fighting up against the boards, and it's scrambling loose. Oh, Beavers get it out, covered up by the glove, and
that's the first whistle in a while here. Lots of action tonight, going back and forth, especially in this third period. Lots of good chances for both teams. And going back a couple minutes ago, that was a huge kill for the Lumberjacks. That was a very important kill for them to make sure they keep the momentum going and keep this a 2-2 game.
Yeah, that was very good play by them, and the Beavers got a good choice, a few good chances there. But as always, your goalie has to be your best penalty killer, and he certainly lived up to that role there.
Yeah.
Now the Lumberjacks are able to clear their end after that face-off. Kovacs has the puck. He's being pestered by Newton, who throws it around. Gallagher tips it, tries to get it out, but doesn't quite get out. Shot from the point, tip, pad save. Kovacs picks it up again. He's circling around. Drops the puck. Passed across the ice. Gallagher throws it in. Kovacs has it in the near corner. Throws it back out for Thompson. Gallagher gets the shot off, but it misses the net into the corner. The Lumberjacks move out towards, and Hay has it. He's in against two guys, and he's knocked off the puck, but is able to get it into the corner. And there's some Lumberjacks and Beavers down there fighting for it. And it's a bit of a scramble. Puck squirts free. Beavers get control. That's Robinson skating out of his own end. Gets down across the blue line with great speed. Comes in, good shot. Almost had the goalie handcuffed with a blocker save, but he's able to drop the rebound down and cover it up.
Yeah, great save there by Boileau. He's been looking dialed for the last couple minutes here. Actually, this whole period, he's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, and that was a great play by Boileau. Boileau, but I was meaning Robinson to get the puck down. That was a great skate for him all the way down the ice.
100% great.
Nice shot, and yeah, the goalie just great play, but the goalie's up to the task. And Robinson's in the face-off circle against Patterson. Patterson wins that draw, but the Lumberjacks are not able to clear the zone yet. They get the puck back though, and are able to get it out over the blue line this time and get it down into the other end. And the Beavers pick it up in their own end, and it's Robinson again trying to skate it around, but he didn't get through. Cook picks up the puck. Took a glove high that some people in the building thought there should have been a penalty on, but there wasn't. And the puck is still in. The Beavers are making a nice play in front of the net. Oh, great defensive play. Fostad with the shot. Great save by the blocker. Fired around. And it clears out of the end, back all the way to the Beavers zone. Forstad picks up the puck. Goes behind his net. Circles around. Throws it over to Gibson, who crosses the blue line. But the Lumberjacks are able to take the puck away. Twindo is into the zone. His pass doesn't make it through, but another Lumberjacks, Nolan's able to pick it up in the corner. It cycles back around to the other corner. The Beavers have control of it now, and they get it out. But it's picked up by the Lumberjacks in the neutral zone, and they're heading back the other way again. Fire deep into the Beavers zone. Windle's out. Played the puck, but it was almost taken from behind the net by the Lumberjacks, but they weren't able to get it. But the Lumberjacks get a shot from the point that's blocked and sent into the corner. Gibson picks it up for the Beavers and is able to chip it out, but it's controlled by the Lumberjacks again. Lumberjacks playing around. Paquette fires it in deep into the corner, and Manov grabs it for the Beavers, and he's trying to skate it out, but he's intercepted by Twindo. Manov gets the puck back again in behind his net, looking to make a play. Throws it up to Furcaro. Furcaro's at the red line with the puck. Skates in with a man just about offside, but they keep it on. But that pass is intercepted by a Lumberjack, and it's skated around the net. Back into the other side. And the Lumberjacks are playing around with it in their own zone, but aren't able to get it cleared. The pass, swinging the breakout, and the centerman has the puck. It's Twindo down across the red line, across the blue line. He's holding across the blue line, waiting for help. Gets across to someone. And Patterson with it. Nice play. Oh, big save!
What a beautiful save there.
And Post picks up the puck. He's trying to get it out of the zone, but that's kept in by Trudell. That's fired into the corner. Beamer there tries to chip it out, but it's blocked at the blue line. And Trudell again with the shot. tries to meet someone backdoor, but can't make the pass. And we have Beavers going the other way, and then the Lumberjacks intercept it, and they're coming back again, but their pass back isn't caught, so they're back in their own end. Trudell has the puck. Spins around, fires it off the boards. It goes down the ice, and that touched no one, so it's going for icing.
Still a great chance by Lumberjacks there. He tried to go for that stretch pass off the wall, but just a little too far ahead, and turned out to be icing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a good try, but it wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
Earlier in the play, that save by Winchell there, though.
That was a beautiful save.
Like that, I thought that was a goal.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So the Beavers have control in the Lumberjacks zone. It's Novak and Thompson behind the net, but the Lumberjacks come away with the puck. They fire it out, they chip it down, across to the blue line. Hits the defenseman making a change, but his compatriot wasn't on the ice yet, so it wasn't too many men. The Lumberjacks get it out. It's intercepted, but then it's back on their stick. Patterson has it. He makes the play back to the point. Back to Boswell. Kovacs has it, cycling around. Throws it off the boards, and he makes it up. Chip. Thompson just about had a stick on it, but couldn't quite get it. Patterson has it now for the Lumberjacks. Throws it off the glass. Vorstad tries to keep it on the opposing side of the red line, but isn't able to hold it, but it squirts back the other way anyway. Boswell has the puck, throws it back to his defenseman, who tries to do a stretch pass up to Patterson, but doesn't make it through. The Beavers are in. Thompson takes a shot from the top of the circle, which is blocked. And Vorstad makes it. And we have a Lumberjack away for the races. Patterson's in on his own. Shot gets blocked by Prax, who was able to get a stick in there just to tip it. But the Lumberjacks still have the puck. Thompson grabs it and is able to clear it from the zone, and the Beavers are able to change their lines. But they throw a pass up to Patterson, who takes a shot from the point. That's gloved down. Up to Cook. Cook, number 15, is streaking in. Falls over the line, apparently.
Tripped over the blue line there.
And the Lumberjacks have the puck back. But they aren't able to quite clear it, and the Beavers get in. Cook has it in front. Tries to make a pass over to Robinson that doesn't connect. And the Lumberjacks try to get out, but that's held in. Manov pinching, tries to meet Cook, but it's just behind his skates. We have the Lumberjacks breaking out now. Pass over to the half boards, out to Hay at center ice. He crosses in, chips it in. And he's not able to get it, but Boswell grabs it in the corner. And Burnett's fighting with him there. And Rotilio seems to be taking offense to something that was done against him, but McDonald grabs the puck, skates behind the Beavers' net, and stolen by a Beaver, by Manov. He sees Cook, meets Cook. Oh, great stick play by Manov Jr. Otherwise, he would have been off all on his own there on a breakaway. Pass across the Lumberjack zone to Hay. He controls it, skates up, gets across the red line and just dumps it in. Wintel's out, plays the puck, shoots it around the boards. Cleared out to the blue line, out across the red line. Gibson crosses into the Lumberjack zone. Porcaro has it, tries to make the pass. Shot, saved on a beautiful passing play there to not let that one through. It's kept at the point, but the Lumberjacks are able to clear the zone. Makes a nice play dancing around a couple defenders there. But the Beavers end up, the puck's back and under control of the Lumberjacks. Back under the Beavers. And he's able to skate it out, making a pass across. Porcaro crosses the blue line, holds up, takes a shot, but it gets tipped off the end glass. And then Lumberjacks are skating out, crossing. That's all the way down. They lost control, but Twindo for the Lumberjacks grabs it again, fires it back around. Sischenko stops the play for net, but makes it to the defenseman. Shot off Wintel's glove, drops in behind him, behind the net. Twindo's in there fighting for it. Prax comes away with it though, and the Beavers are heading down the ice. And Porcaro's able to chip it just out, but it's picked up by the Lumberjacks in their own end. He spins away for Porcaro, trying to make a play. Almost fed a Beaver right in front of his own net. Beamer almost had a break there. The Lumberjacks are making their way back down, but now they're regrouping into their own end. And Morden intercepts a pass in the neutral zone, but it ends up back on the stick of a Lumberjack. And the Beavers have it in their end, but aren't able to get out, and they get it out. Post is skating, 2-on-1, 4-on-1. Beamer Vorstad takes a shot. Shot blocked. Beamer scores! Turns around shot from the point for a surprise with a goal to go ahead 3-2.
Welcome to the Beam Show, baby. Jacob Beamer, North Bay Trappers alumni.
And that's an exciting goal to get. 5 minutes left in the game. Tie score. Game's been so much back and forth to get that go-ahead goal there. That's an exciting goal. Welcome to the Beam. So you had to have that one lined up, did you not?
I've been waiting all game to use that.
And the Beavers win the draw. It's back up, chipped down into the Lumberjacks' end. And the Beavers are trying to control, but they can't keep solid control of the puck. Paquette picks it up, and for the Lumberjacks moves it. It's chipped out. McDonald throws it all the way into the end. And the Beavers get it into the zone. Puck shot across. Manoff controls it. Walking the line, throws it over. And Thompson gets hit behind the net, cycling around. Rotilio tries to take a pass back to the point, but it hops his stick and goes all the way down to Wintle. Wintle passes it off. Rotilio throws it up. Tries to meet Thompson. He can't control it, but Kovacs gets it inside the zone. Kovacs has it pressed up against the boards, and there's a slew of Lumberjacks around him trying to get the puck out, but he's just holding it solid. Finally it breaks free. Back to Rotilio. Goes across. Manoff with the shot. Thompson scores off the rebound. That was a nice save off of Manoff's first shot, but the rebound went right to Thompson. Boilo didn't have a chance.
Yeah, no, nothing Boilo could do there. He dove and he almost got there too, but nothing he could really do on that play. Just a well-placed shot too, flat on the ice to make sure that the goalie wouldn't stop that.
Yeah,
he was diving.
And this is a perfect example of a team coming on strong when you need to come on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This last 5 minutes of the game to have 2 goals in the last minute and a half.
That's huge.
That's how teams win games. Oh, and the goalie needs an equipment adjustment here, so that's going to be...
something wrong with his pad, I think, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like the toe strap is loose.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like he probably has those ones you zip tie on, and there's an elastic thing, and it breaks.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new thing that I've seen see goalies wearing a lot, and I've started using it myself, and it's super convenient.
Oh, yeah?
Until you get a puck hit the zip tie and it breaks, and then...
then you're just...
Then your pad's like... And that's the thing with, like, goal pads now. That, you used to have, like, 10 straps of, like, the leather with the buckle and stuff, and now it's, like, three Velcros. That's holding the whole thing to your leg.
That's like those new skates, too. Like, those new goalie skates, they don't even have laces, right? Like, I don't know if you've seen those.
I haven't seen those.
Oh, Mike McIver had a pair last year. Actually, both of our goalies had them last season.
Oh, yeah?
Michael Perkart and Mike McIver, they're kind of just like... I don't know if you ever used like ski boots.
Yep.
It's similar to that, the way you just tie them on. Like you kind of just
close
the thing and they tighten. It's odd. I don't know. It's
weird.
It's
kind of like those like almost snap. Like,
yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. So there's no laces on their skates, which is odd. It's a lot of goalies like them, but a lot of goalies said they didn't like them. I know like last year, one of our goalies said, I forget which one. One of them said he liked it, and then the other said he didn't. So
I might look into that because.
I think they have them as skaters in North Bay.
At this stage of my playing career, bending over to tie up my skates might be the hardest part of my game. So if I can just like zip,
yeah,
then I'll be done.
It's like Marty McFly in Back to the Future 2. Those shoes. So
that's exactly that's what I need more of in my life.
Yeah.
And the play is back underway. Blind River wins the faceoff and fires it into the Lumberjacks zone. Lumberjacks are trying to control it, but can't. Back on a stick for Lumberjack, back on a stick of a Beaver. Cook has it in front, takes a shot towards the net, but it doesn't make it. Lumberjacks clear it out. Beavers have it again. Oh, Lumberjacks have it. Boswell throws it into the Beavers' end. That's a couple times that the Lumberjacks have used the Beavers' bench to get a quick whistle.
That's at least 2 or 3 now, yeah.
And we're getting a timeout call. It looks like it was the Lumberjacks calling that one. With 3 minutes left, I can't imagine that it's going to be too long before we start seeing the goalie make his way towards the bench.
It shouldn't be too long at all. He's probably just talking to him. He's going to tell him just be ready to come to the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, the last game was crazy that at 10 minutes left, the one team that was down substantially had a power play. I forget what team it was. So they pulled the goalie for a minute.
I didn't see the last game. I was on the other ice surface, but...
Right. But yeah, that was crazy. Still, we have the goalie still working on his pads there a little bit. Something's not quite right, obviously. But goalies are a fickle bunch that if things aren't just right, it's, a little wrong is a lot wrong.
Yeah.
But with that said, when you have pucks coming at you at, at this level, probably 70, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
A little wrong can hurt a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Guy coaching a U13 house league team, and the goalie took a shot in the crease of his pants and was all hurt and sore because of it. And I was like, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be okay in 2 minutes. It's not a big deal. But yeah, at this level with some of these guys shooting.
Oh yeah, some guys have absolute cannons, especially some people from Ovechkin's office. We were debating that earlier. Maybe it's Stamkos' office. We'll have to see. But I'm a big Ovi guy, but
they're a different spot. Ovechkin's office is lower.
Yeah.
Stamkos' office is a little bit higher and more to the middle, right?
Yeah.
Because Ovi's almost out on the boards, right around where the dot is, where Stamkos is more top of the circle.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm sadly a Sabres fan, so I gotta say, Tage Thompson. That one game against Columbus, I think he had 2 or 3 goals from that spot. So I mean, a couple of years maybe it'll be Thompson's office, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Hopeful.
I mean, I don't think it'll ever not be Ovi's office at this point. Behind the net will always be Gretzky's office, right?
That's very true. Yeah.
When you're the best at something, you get credit for it to stay.
Yeah.
And for someone to be a better goal scorer than Gretzky, I don't know if there's going to be better in the history of the remaining history of hockey.
I doubt it. Yeah. Game's just been getting so much faster too, and it's just been getting harder and harder. Yeah, and just give another cheap shot to my dad here, who's a Sabres fan too, but. Just to put some perspective on things, last time the Sabres actually made the playoffs, I wasn't even in school yet, and now I'm graduated high school. So I was in school, but I was maybe JK or SK. That was the last time.
You weren't even in grade 1.
No, I wasn't even in grade 1, and now I'm graduated high school. They're still not in the playoffs.
Courtney Kenny, who's now on this side of the rink with us, being a Leafs fan, I'm sure knows that pain, but at least he doesn't even have that. He's seen them win a playoff series in his life.
Yeah. I know.
Whereas the Sabres fan, I don't know if you've seen that.
But, the Leafs, they haven't won a cup since before the Sabres were even a team. So, I mean, can't really trip the Sabres that much either.
And Cook takes a shot off of the goalie. 3 minutes left in the game. Puck's behind the Lumberjacks. Throw it up. Trying to meet Patterson, and he gets the puck. Controls it inside. Throws it in front. But that's covered up by Wintle. And that was a play that I didn't think was even going to reach Patterson, but he was able to magically keep it on his stick into the zone and make a play with it, but Wintle had to be strong there.
6-on-5 here for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, empty net. They're,
lots of time remaining, though.
3 minutes is lots of time to score some goals. So I'm sure the Beavers want to get out to the center of the ice and just fire one in the open net.
You just got to make sure they don't get too thirsty for a goal, though, and prevent icings for the Beavers.
Every time I see an open net, I want a goalie goal.
Oh, yeah.
And Como has it at the point for the Lumberjacks. Tries to throw it back to his partner, Janicki, but he can't meet it to him. And he has it back again. Oh, and Gallagher's pressuring them deep in their own end. Thompson's on him. Puck gets out. Vorstad picks it up. Chips it out to the center ice again. And there's a high stick for the Lumberjacks, but Blind River touched it. Lumberjacks break in again. Boswell in front makes a beautiful play.
Great save.
Beautiful play, and it's loose behind the net, and it's a goal. It's a goal. Wintle had it, but it squirted out from behind him, and the Blind River Beavers were trying to keep it in.
That's a huge goal there for the Lumberjacks.
Someone on the Lumberjacks managed to grab that one, throw it in, get them 1 goal closer. 2 minutes 18 left with 1 goal to score. But the refs are having a discussion there. So I don't know if they may say, we meant to blow the whistle before that.
No goal.
No goal.
Wow.
That's crushing for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah. I do believe the whistle had gone, or it was going as the puck was loose, but
and
again, I'm not going to know exactly what they just talked about. But
and I know it's an NHL rule. I don't know what the rule is here. But the play is deemed dead when the ref means to blow the whistle.
Really?
Yeah. So if you are on your way to blow the whistle and the puck goes in, you can call it back no goal because you meant to blow the whistle.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
And I'm not sure where they deem the play dead. But here we are with no goal, still a 2-goal lead. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Puck's drop.
Still 6-on-5 here for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, Lumberjacks still have an empty net. Beavers win that face-off, but the Lumberjacks are able to keep it in. And the Beavers get it out of the zone. Como has it, throws it to the center. Twindo tries to play it. Goes back.
Kovacs is looking to get that hat trick there.
Yeah. Manov grabs it in his own end, fires it down the ice towards the open net. And we're going to have an icing call on that one. And Kovacs was looking to make a change there, and before he even got to the bench, the ref was already in his way saying, no, none of that here.
Honestly, some guys just forget that you can't change on icing. I mean,
yeah,
that was me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the smartest guy out there, but
you're into what you're doing, and you're going off because it's time to change, and the ref's saying you can't.
Yeah.
And Patterson's in for the draw against Robinson. And that's a win for Patterson. Boswell has the puck, but he grabs it by a Beaver. Thrown out, tipped. And the Lumberjacks throw it down, gets into the neutral zone, and there's a scramble for it. And Robinson has the puck, breaks in on the empty net, shoots and scores. Empty net goal, and I think that basically ices this game.
Yeah,
5-2 with a minute and a half left.
That should do it, but honestly, it's still a minute and a half. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, but chances are looking better for the Beavers here now.
And somebody is not happy about something. As we line up here for the face-off. Folio looks like he's ready to play, not ready to run to the bench, so I don't know if they're planning on having him come out again. He plays the puck behind his own net, goes to pass it to us as a defenseman, but misses both of them. He's scrambling in the corner. And the puck's being pinned and unpinned and pinned and unpinned, and ref's yelling for moving it, and eventually it does come around to the other corner. The Lumberjacks are able to chip it. It takes a weird bounce off the glass, doesn't make it out. Post keeps it in, fires in, goes back around to the far corner. Beamer on the forecheck there, keeps that chip in. And the Lumberjacks look like they are able to clear it now. Breaking into the Beaver zone. It's taken down. And the Beavers come away out of the corner with the puck. He throws it up, but the Lumberjacks grab it and fire it back in deep. Wintle stops it, leaves it behind his net, gets played out by the Beavers. Post comes across the blue line, is hooked down, and there's going to be a call on that one. With 16 seconds left, we're calling 2 minutes for tripping. Post goes to pick up his neck guard, which fell off earlier in the play. And we'll have a face-off in the Lumberjack zone. If it wasn't over now, that penalty kind of...
Yeah, that's the icing on the cake, I believe, but still a big face-off here. You know, Boyle doesn't want to let another goal in because you got to keep the stats decent. So
yeah,
still important to keep playing.
And Manov with the shot.
Big save there.
That was a big save. It looked like the mesh moved behind him. I'm not sure if someone stick hit it or something, but the puck did not get through.
Yeah.
I saw Bulio doing the shooting up the water bottle and following the drops down. Dom DiVincentis does that, and I always wonder what it was about, but it's about focus. Beavers win the face-off. Manov takes a shot from the point. It's tipped up with 1.5 seconds left into the netting. We'll have another face-off with 1:45 left on the power play, but only 1.5 of those will be played. And Kovacs is going in. Wonder if he's going to take a shot towards the net to get his hat trick. He does not. Wins the draw. Buzzer sounds, and the game is over. Now, the interesting thing about the showcase is we don't have 3 stars here. We have player of the game from each team, so which is kind of, you know, neat and tournament-like, where you have the teams line up across the blue line and have some good shows of sportsmanship, and we'll see who is the player of the game from each team. But what did you see was what was the deciding factor that got the Beavers the big W over the Lumberjacks?
I think they just they like skated hard and they pushed hard like the whole third period. They came out strong. Hearst also came out strong at the start, but they kind of let up after a little, and the Beavers just kept getting shots after shots on them. So I think that was the deciding factor. Just pucks to the net.
And here we are. Looks like they're getting ready to announce who the players of the game are. One thing I wanted to talk about is this matchup specifically is a particularly Northern Ontario combo of Lumberjacks and Beavers.
Yeah.
Like, team names doesn't get much more Northern Ontario than that. And they're taking a really long time to announce this. I'm not sure why.
Just number 61, Noah. Not sure how to pronounce that last name, but
Janicki or Janicki?
Janicki, yeah.
And Manov comes away with the player of the game for the Beavers.
Yeah.
Which he had a
He had a fantastic game defensively. Like I pointed out in the first period, both teams' defensemen were playing very well. So
yeah,
thought that was well deserved.
Yeah, you can't complain about that one too much. But on that note, we're wrapping up this game, and we'll be back for one more game today and then 4 more tomorrow.
Yep.
And that game will be, I believe, Courtney Kenny. He'll back have experienced play-by-play coverage for you for that one. And until then, as he would say, keep your eye on the front line.